What's up everyone, some guy here with another Alliance War video. Season 25, war number 7, we are versing against PBT. We have faced them, I think, last season, and we lost by not much, very close war, so we are hoping to get a revenge on them this war. Going on path 5 here, we have Elsa, Bloodstone on Ebb and Flow Knockdown. I will be using Colossus. Plan is just basically parry heavy, and that's about it. So right here, I thought she was about to charge into me, but she didn't. So I kind of just wasted that SP2 with the passive fury, but luckily she actually didn't punish me for it. So that was the good part. Um, but yeah, other than that, it should be a pretty clean fight. Moving on, we have the Spider-Gwen on Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Heavy Hitter. I assume she was placed on here just because of her evades. People might try and use her heavy to bait her heavies for openings, and since she's placed on Heavy Hitter, you can't bait her heavies. But Nick Fury should make this fight pretty simple. Once he has 5 tactical charges or above, she won't be able to evade. And yeah, before that, you just have to be a little bit careful with the evades. I think I don't finish my combos in when I don't have 5 tactical charges, just in case she evades. And I think I make sure you don't punish his heavy as well, since it's unstoppable, or you can't punish it. But yeah, just gonna spam my SP1 whenever I get them, just so I can keep my tactical charges up. I don't really do a really good job of it. I usually kind of hit into her when she's stunned. Right there, she evaded twice. Luckily, I was able to get out of it without getting punished or anything. But once I have 5 tactical charges, it should be pretty safe. But it doesn't last too long. Her health pool isn't too high as well, so she goes down fairly quickly. This one is only a rank 2 as well. Alright, moving to section 2, we have this Rhino on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Sadist. I will be using Nick Fury. It's a pretty simple and safe fight for Nick Fury, as long as you are pairing Rhino when he's close by. If he's far away, you don't want to parry just because he may become unblockable, especially against champ size that are smaller than him. So what you can do is kind of back off until he holds his block, and then you can dash in to hit his block so you can get closer to him, and then try and get a reparry or something just to get an opening, so that way you're not out in the open when he dashes in, because he can trigger unblockable. So as you can see here, I'm just gonna be baiting out his SP1s. That way I can get more openings in. Both of his specials are pretty easy to fully evade. You just gotta remember you can't intercept him since he does become unstoppable. You technically can intercept him, but you will take damage since he will hit you as well, and sometimes he might even do a whole combo. Though sometimes he might just turtle up and back up. It's rare, but it does happen. I didn't boost a whole lot for this fight just because I didn't want to trigger Protect, because if you trigger Protect, he will have reduced 90% damage reduction, and at that point you would have to intercept and take damage, and I didn't want to risk any of that. Although Nick Fury can probably handle it because he's got his second life to fall back, but I am taking a mini later in tier 3, so I want to make sure I don't fall into second life again with Nick Fury in section 2. Plus, Nick Fury already hits pretty hard, especially with the class advantage. I didn't think the attack boost was needed. I think I only threw on the health boost. I also only use the SP3 to manage his powers to get my openings in. If I run out of combos and he's not at bar power, I'll just throw the SP3 to give him more power so I can dex it and then go in for the punish. That's pretty much it. Alright, moving on, we have this rank 3 M.O.D.O.K on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Redouble Determination. I can't remember if I've taken him on this node before. I feel like I have, but I will be going in with Colossus. If it wasn't for the next fight, which is a Nick Fury on Ebb and Flow Intercept, I would have probably used Magneto for this fight since M.O.D.O.K is hashtag metal. But plan is to, since M.O.D.O.K can't auto block intercepts, plan was to basically get my openings if I'm not intercepting him regularly with my SP3. I got lucky over there. I ended in medium and he didn't punish me for it because I got auto blocked. But plan is to use my passive unstoppable to get the openings for intercepts when I have. The only thing is getting to the SP3 can take a while with parry heavy. Well, kind of. And this is a rank 3, so he's pretty beefy, and with the protection up, it might take a little bit longer for me to take him down. I'm pretty comfortable with evading his SP1. I think I don't get a good amount of intercepts in, so I'm just going to use my SP3 to get those intercepts in. It does work out. I did some duels to practice it just to make sure that it does work for the intercept. I'm just going to bait out this SP1. I probably could have just done the intercept first before baiting it out. So yeah, right there I did turn off the protection and I was able to go in for the big damage. Whenever it crits, it is nice. I do have some trouble parrying M.O.D.O.K. It seems to be like I am blocking a little bit early, so it doesn't count as a parry. And this guy is running full limber, it looks like, so whenever he is done, I have to make sure I hold my heavy down quickly enough so that I can execute the heavy in time before he recovers. And a few times it gets pretty close, so I was like, okay, I need to make sure I throw my heavy fast enough so he doesn't dex back and then punish me for it. I was able to get a nice intercept in here and turn off the protection. So right there, yeah, I was too late on it. Luckily I had an SP2 and it was unblockable. I was able to execute it without getting punished. He was about to dash in and hit it into me, I could tell. So right now I'm like, okay, I gotta go fast, and then I missed the parry, and yeah, he crit all 4 hits on his heavy and knocked pretty much all of my health down. So right now it's still a winnable fight. I saw an opening for an intercept, but I was just too late. I think the intercept honestly looked good. I felt it, but I think unconsciously I was playing kind of scared, so I hesitated slightly. I didn't think I did in when I was playing, but probably unconscious delays caused me to basically ate that get intercept instead, and yeah, I died just like that. And I was pretty upset at because it's because I was doing so well, and all of a sudden I just died from it, just from one mistake. It was a costly mistake. Yeah, kind of sucks. And he was pretty much almost dead too. If I had gone that intercept, I would have shut down protection, and then a few heavies would have just knocked him down. Even without shutting down protection, I probably would have gone by with just parry heavy too. But I don't know. Yeah, sucks to suck. I thought this SP2 was gonna kill him, but it didn't because it triggered protect on like the first hit, and then the rest of the hit just didn't crit. But yeah, he went down. It cost me some potions for sure, and because I have to use them again for Nick Fury fight, and I gotta make sure I potion up, and I think I was boosted, so I have to waste a lot of potions on those boosts. But yeah, I make sure I boost up big for this fight, since this one is also a rank 3, and it's a little bit more difficult than the M.O.D.O.K fight in my opinion. So it's a Nick Fury on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Redouble Determination and Crumbling Armor. So plan is to try and get some intercepts. I did manage to get a nice light intercept. In the first phase, I'm just going to do parry heavy and try and get to my SP3. He was doing a lot of heavies. I wish he was able to throw less heavies and just so I can get more reparries in, and then I can purify the stun and do more damage, but he was just doing a lot of heavies, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, basically just turtle up whenever he has a bar of power so I can bait his heavy or reparry so I can push him to SP2, and because that's easy to bait and or easy to dex, and it doesn't gain him any tactical charges. Plus I'm a mutant, so he gains less tactical charges when I put it into him. I think most of my heavies don't give him any tactical charges, which is nice. So yeah, right now I'm just waiting for him to throw his SP2 so I can go in and do more damage. I do make a mistake in here with my light intercept. I think it is coming in soon, maybe right here. Yeah, I thought I got it, but nope, I was just missing it. I think I was too early. I thought I waited it. It looked like I'm pretty sure I did have a little bit delay before I throw it, just so it's more accurate in my opinion, but I guess I was still too early. When I cut it down frame by frame, it kind of looked like he just evaded out of it and just kicked me from his medium for some reason, but whatever. I'll just continue. But after that, because his medium hit really hard, I think he crit for like 7k or almost 8k, so I was like, okay, no more light intercepts. I can't die twice in this war. So I'm just gonna play safe and just parry heavy, and yeah, I should have used my SP3 more during his first life, since I don't plan on since I didn't plan on intercepting anymore. So the protection made the fight a lot longer than needed. So I should have used my SP3 more to get those intercept openings. That way I could have ended the fight a lot sooner, because right now it's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds and he still got 35%, but he still has a second life. So yeah, I'm looking at the clock and it doesn't look too good, so I do have to hurry a little. So it was nice that I was able to get some nice crits at the end here, and I am below 50% health, and he does hit a lot harder in the second life, and I may need to bait out his heavies more in the second life, so I might take a lot of block damage in the second life. So I was a little bit worried about that, and because I only have a 5-star Colossus. But those heavies at the end, even with the protection up, with the crits, are pretty nice. I would imagine without the protection up, it would probably be critting even more, which would be a lot nicer. So yeah, I'm just trying to get him down to his second life here. He's just not budging, almost there, and I should have knocked him down his second life before baiting out his SP2. but he was at like 1% and he threw his SP2. I was like, okay. And I just pushed him to his SP2, and then now I'm just going to play the waiting game to let him tick down slowly. However, because of protection, his health does go down even slower. It does affect the way he degens. So if without the protection, he will go down a lot faster. But with the protection on, he's degening a lot slower. And I'm just trying to look at the clock, and it's not looking too good. I got about a minute left, and he does throw his SP1 right away, which sucked because it gives him like tactical charges right away, and it's permanent. He was able to throw an he was able to throw his heavy here, which was nice, give me some opening. So right now he's finally at 30%. I got less than a minute left. I gotta take him down. I get a nice intercept in, and I'm trying to throw my SP3 to 3. I was able to get another intercept in, which didn't really matter. I threw the SP3, get some nice damage. He's at SP2. I should have not hit into him, because now I do push him to 15 stacks and I can't take a hit on a block. I do become unstoppable, but it will hurt, especially in the second life. But luckily he used his heavy, which gave me an opening and took him down. So a little bit sketchy, but it's a solo. Moving to section 3, we have this Black Widow here. I will be using Nick Fury. She isn't a hashtag Avenger, so Nick Fury does start off with 5 tactical charges. She upon when she throws her SP1, she does trigger evade. But of course, you know, if I'm able to keep my tactical charges up, I don't have to worry about that. She does throw his SP1 here. I was trying to parry and get her to SP2s, but she didn't cooperate. I also have the White Max energy, which gives me a longer duration for the stun time, and more attack as well. So that is nice. Appreciate Paulie for hooking up with the White Max energy. So I'm just gonna spam my SP1 whenever I can, just so I can try and keep my tactical charges up. Right now I was able to push her to SP2, which is nice. Just gotta bait this one out. She of course doesn't throw it until I get my tactical charges even lower. But she does eventually throw it, I think. Yeah, right here. Both of her SP, Special 1 and Special 2, does, I think, feel like push you pretty far in terms of her animation. They're pretty wild. Her SP1 especially, I feel like sometimes I might get clipped from it, but I was able to fully dex all of it. Yeah, so right now I'm at 4 tactical charges. I was able to throw my SP1, which gets me up, but her evade timer isn't the longest, so a lot of times you can probably even just wait it out. But the bleed usually does get her down pretty quickly. So right here I'm trying to bait out her SP1, but she's just not throwing it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I think if with a medium I'm able to get my SP2. Even if I don't get to my SP2, my SP1 would have just killed her anyway, so it worked out. Alright, moving to the next fight, we have this rank 3 thing on Stunning Reflection, Stun Vulnerability, and Polka Dot Power. I will be using Nick Fury for this fight. I think I took him with Nick Fury last season or a few wars ago, I can't remember. Thing is immune to bleed, so I won't be gaining any power here. The bleed does take, I think, 3 rock stacks off of him, but that ability can't trigger more than once within 2 seconds. So the last time I fought him, I was kind of too fast on my combos, so my second medium or 4th light bleed was not taking off any rock stacks just because I was throwing my combos too fast. So I got the advice from Rectator, just basically slow my our leader, basically slow my combos down, kind of like using Omega, so that way the second medium and the 4th light bleed can also remove rock stacks. So that actually helped a lot. I was able to control the fight a lot more. I do like to push Thing to his SP2, just because I feel like it's a lot easier to evade, plus you can kind of manage your space a little bit better. I feel like his SP1 can push you back really far. Since his SP2 for the second part, you can kind of just stand there and wait for him to calm down before dexing. And I try to end my my combos in mediums more, since he's going to be immune to bleed anyway. So, and plus I feel like ending in mediums can also act as a bait for his specials. I feel like a lot of times if I end in mediums, he will throw his specials more liberally. But yeah, it's a pretty simple fight. It's a lot shorter than last time I took him. I think last time I took him here, I was kind of getting close to timing out, but this time I don't. Last time I did use the plus 20 green boost. This time I only used the plus 10 green boost just because thing is affected by protect. Last time was also protect, but I don't know. I just didn't want to risk pushing him to his getting pushed to my second life and hitting too hard. Although I feel like even without boost, if I was in my second life, I might trigger protect anyway. But yeah, it's a pretty smooth fight. I do get some nice intercepts in. They are kind of risky, but I saw them and I went for it. I don't know. All right, moving to my last fight here, we have this Hulkbuster on I forget the node. Oh yeah, the best defense, brute force, and limber. I was lucky enough to get a white mag pre-fight on this one as well, so I don't have to worry about limber. I am gonna use Doom. I did throw on the advanced power boost. That way I can nullify his armor at the start of the fight and just stack my stagger up so he won't gain any armor ups. Just because every time he gains an arm up, it does affect his ability accuracy, and he does. Well, I think it makes me hit very very weak, and I feel like I have faced him in a event quest before, and he can stack up to like 4 armor ups, and I was hitting like very weak. I had to like quit out the fight and use someone else with armor break to finish the fight, just because he can be kind of a nightmare, and it would definitely be a timeout if that happens in war. I don't actually do a good job of keeping my stagger up a lot of times, actually. I do spend my SP1 a lot. I didn't want to use my Doom cycle just because he is a extra large defender, so he does benefit from protect. I didn't want to trigger any Furies and needing to intercept. Although, yeah. And then I just have to watch out for brute force, making sure I'm hitting him regularly so I don't trigger brute force. I think I do make a mistake on evading his SP1 while I was too close to him. If you're too close to him and he's using his SP1, you kind of have to dash a little bit later, just because of the weird spacing, and I did get caught by it. I think the SP1 doesn't hit that hard, but it's the stun at the end that he can cause. So right here I did get hit by it. I was lucky I was running full limber, so I was able to get out of that stun without getting punished too badly for it. Actually, I didn't get punished at all, so that was nice. So yeah, I just need to do a better job of keeping my stagger up. I also make another mistake soon, I think. I tried to chain my heavy, but I was just too late, and he just hit it into me. But luckily, Doom is such a tank. I think none of his hit crit. I do trigger brute force right here, which is not good, and it does push me above 2 bars of power. So I don't really want to throw it just because I feel like it might. Actually, I probably could have thrown it. He's not immune to incinerates or anything, and I don't think it would hit that hard without any Furies. But towards the end here, I do a pretty good job of dexing his SP1 even when I'm close to him. I just have to remember to dex a little bit later, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just back off most of the time and dex it normally. But yeah, I wasn't too scared of pushing him to his SP2 just because I have the SP3 to kind of save me. I do trigger protect here just because it is assassin's range, but I do get a nice intercept here. Yeah. And even if I don't, he's pretty much almost dead, and I could just use my SP3 to kind of get my health back, since I do have a 6-star for the 6-star adrenaline, and this SP3 should be able to kill him. But yeah, not the cleanest fight, but it is a solo. That is it for me from this war. Unfortunately, I did take a death there, death earlier, which sucked. We did end up losing as well. It was a fairly close war for a long time, and they kind of just finished before us, and then we couldn't keep up. And yeah, unfortunately, it was a fairly close war for a while. I think we were like neck to neck towards the very end. And then yeah, well, hopefully we'll be able to get them next time. It does drop us down to rank 12 in Masters. Hopefully we're able to grasp onto it and keep moving up and stay in Masters. That's the main goal here. But yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.